Hey guys, in the last video we learned the basics of expressions, equations, and little equations. Today we will be diving deeper into the basics, so much so that some of the problems we will see today will be very similar to other problems that you will see in this unit. Let's start off with some basic vocabulary like expressions and equations. Expressions do not have an equal sign. For example, 2x plus 5 is an expression. On the other hand, equations do have an equal sign, separating the two expressions, like 2x plus 5 equals 20. 2x plus 5 is an expression, and 20 is an expression. But the equal sign in the middle makes it an equation. Let's do some practice problems. 3x plus 4x minus 6. What is it? This is an expression. It's an expression because there's no equal sign. Let's solve it. So 3x plus 4x minus 6. What could we do? Well, we can add 3x and 4x because they are like terms. Like terms are terms that only differ by the numerical factor. 3x and 4x are the same except for the number part, so they are like terms, and they can be added together. It's like if x were the number of smiley faces. 3x would be 3 times 1 smiley face, and that would be 3 smiley faces, and 4x would be 4 times 1 smiley face, and that would be 4 smiley faces. I know you can't see the last smiley face, but it's there. So 3x plus 4x is just 3 smiley faces plus 4 smiley faces, and that would just equal 7 smiley faces, or 7x. That last smiley face is there too, in the 7. So our whole expression, simplified, would be 7x minus 6. What about the equation 9x minus 3x equals 12? Well, we would combine our like terms, 9x and 3x. So it would be 9x minus 3x, which is just 6x. So we would get 6x equals 12. And you can go farther with this and solve for x, but that is also coming later. We know what like terms are, but what about unlike terms? Unlike terms are terms that may or may not have the same numerical factor, but definitely do not have the same variable. For example, 5x plus 2y equals 9. You can't simplify it by combining the like terms anymore because there are none left to combine. If x were the number of smiley faces, then there would be 5x, which is just 5 times 1 smiley face, and that would equal 5 smiley faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 smiley faces. And since y can't be the same thing because it's a different variable, we'll just say it's a squiggle. So 2y is just 2 times 1 squiggle, and that's just 2 squiggles. So the whole equation is 5 smiley faces plus 2 squiggles equals 9. I promise there's a 9 there. I don't know why it got cut off. As you can see, we can't add those together and get 7 smiley faces or 7 squiggles because not all of them are smiley faces or squiggles, or in a math case, the same variable. Let's do some practice problems. What if we get the equation negative 7x minus 5 plus 9x equals 8? Well, we would first combine all of the possible like terms. We see two values with the same variables, negative 7x and 9x. So we will combine them. Negative 7x plus 9x is the same as 9x minus 7x, and that would equal 2x. So the whole equation would be 2x minus 5 equals 8. But we can simplify even farther. We can add 5 to both sides, and we would get 2x is equal to 13. And then we could simplify it even farther and get what x would equal, which would be a decimal. We would divide by 2, and then x would equal 6.5. And now we will check it. How we check it is we take our answer and we put it in for whatever variable we have. So we would take in So we would take 6.5 and substitute it in for each x we had in our original equation. So then we would be left with negative 7 times 6.5, which is negative 45.5, minus 5 plus 9 times 6.5, which is 58.5, is equal to 8. And then we would just do negative 50.5 plus 58.5 is equal to 8. I know you can't see the 8, it's there though, trust me. And then we would be left with 8 equals 8. And since that is true, we know that our whole work and our whole answer, our 6.5 equals x, is true. Let's do one last one. Negative 3z plus 9x minus 4z plus 8z minus 7z. Now the way we solve any equation or expression is from left to right. We want to go from first to last. But we also have to combine the like terms. So the way we're going to be doing it is we're going to be combining the like terms from left to right. Let's try. First we would do negative 3z minus 4z. A negative number minus another number would be adding those two numbers together and then taking the sign of the biggest number. So the way we would do this is by adding 3 and 4. So we would do 3 plus 4. That equals 7. And then we would look at which number is biggest, doesn't matter what sign it has, and using that sign that it has in the original equation or an expression. So 4 is the bigger number, and in the original expression has a negative sign. So our answer would be negative 7z. Then we would just add on the 9x and the 8z and the negative 7z. We would do it again. We would do negative 7z and 8z, left to right again. So negative 7z plus 8z is just 8z minus 7z, and that is just 1z, or z. So then we would get z plus 9x minus 7z, or 9x plus z minus 7z. Order doesn't matter at this point because they're both going to be combined. We're going to do it up there because there's not that much space left. So now we're going to combine z and negative 7z. That's negative 6z, and we'll add on the 9x, and that's our answer. That is how to solve for variables and how to combine like terms. I hope I made math a little less hard for you. Bye!